Hello, welcome back. I'm doing a little bit of a rearrangement today. So, I had this stuff delivered by a friend who has a whole bunch of scrap wood laying around. And then he was nice enough to give me these brand new sheets of plywood. So this one is 4 by 8. These are a little smaller. I'm not sure what their exact measurement is. And as I've already shown, I've stacked these 3 pallets and then put a sheet on top so I can do some stuff where I hop onto here and do whatever I want off of it. So let's get back to what I want to do here with the jump stuff. So my plan is I have the steep landing over here. I want to take the steep landing, and I had to think about this for a bit because I was like, well, what do I want to do? So I'm going to take the steep landing because it's a little difficult when I'm launching and working on things to have such a short landing, especially if I'm on a bigger bike. So I'm going to take the steep landing and I'm going to move it over here and put it on the side and make a hip, which I think is genius actually. So I'm not gonna, the hip won't have a nice transition to it. It's gonna be this steep landing, but it'll still be fun to launch off of that and hip to the steeper landing, which makes a little more sense because on a hip, a steeper landing is just nicer. And then I'm gonna take this 10-foot piece, and I think 10 feet is too long and will make my landing too mellow. So I'm gonna take the 10-foot piece, cut it down probably to about 7.5 in length, and then when I put the 8-foot sheet of plywood on top of it, I can kind of do a little bit of extension or whatever. How I like to try to meet it up as close as I can, so it has a nice flush transition from the deck to the landing. It won't be perfect, but I want to make it close. And then I don't really care if there's a little bit of, you know, half a couple inch drop at the end or whatever, but I care more about this. So I'm gonna do whatever sawing or angling or whatever, or plywood overlap to make this a nice transition. But 8 feet, this is 6 feet, so 8 feet will definitely mellow out this landing, but not mellow it out too much to where it's like almost like landing on flat. So that's my plan, and I feel like with a mellower landing I'll be more comfortable going faster and boosting off of the launch and having a little bit more wiggle room for if I overshoot or something like that for the landing. So we'll see how this goes, and then having the hip will be a little nice addition to just be able to do other things. Whatever. We'll see how it goes. Once I get the hip set up, we'll test it out a few times and see if I like it. I have no idea how that's going to turn out. So let's do some rearranging and some work, and I'll show you the end result. Okay, so now I've moved this landing over here so I can launch off of that hip to this landing. It's not very pretty right here, but I don't think that really matters. I mean, honestly, if I land a little short and hit a tire up here, it's not going to impact things too much. So I'm not going to worry about that right now unless it becomes a problem. The idea is to actually land on the downside, and then the deck is just there in case I need it. So this, I might, when I first try it, I might slide it in and have it be a really close hip, and then adjust this based on my comfort level with it. It's been a while since I've hit a hip before, but then you can see that I have no landing over there now, and we're going to take that and some plywood and some wood over there and just kind of figure out how to make a nice mellower landing. Okay, so now that I have the landing and the legs, all I have to do is secure those and then put the sheet of plywood on. But you can get a good idea of how much mellower the landing is than what I had before. I think it'll be nice. I mean, hopefully it's not too mellow. Guess I'll find out. Wow, this is gonna be sweet. So I have a hip over here. I'm on top of the deck, and then I have a new landing which is actually longer, so I can boost harder and not risk overshooting it. Huh. And there's the platform over there to play on. My yard's really coming together. I might like this social distancing stuff. So here we see it from down here. We got the launch, the hip landing, which is the old steep landing, and then we have the longer landing right here. You really want to see me ride it now, don't you? Too bad, you'll have to see that in the next video. Please like this video and subscribe. Thanks for watching. You eating grass? What are you doing? Yummy.